Hey guys, it's Miss Jones from the Miss Jones Morning Show Reunion on YouTube, Mondays at 6 a.m. or whenever shit gets done. Listen, this is a special edition of the Miss Jones Morning Show Reunion in honor of Black Rob. We are as confused as you are in regards to where is the missing $20,000 that allegedly was donated by Jay-Z. So we talked to some people, we got some answers, and we're laying it out on the line. Check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, welcome to episode 14.
Well, damn.
I know. Are we still reunioning? Or are we just like the Miss Jones show at this point?
A little bit of both.
The Miss Jones show, bitches. A transition. We have broken through.
14.
The rubber is like everybody's pregnant.
You stupid.
Okay.
It's the Miss Jones show, right? Hi guys, I miss y'all every week. Listen, Envy, what is going on? Mike, what's going on? Oh my God, J Black Research, what is going on? So much, I don't have time for it.
Wait, I thought she was going somewhere with this.
I was waiting for Envy to hop in.
I didn't know where we were going.
I thought you were going to do the intro.
It's a genuine question.
Okay. All right.
So look, so basically, first of all, big up to Mr. C, because I think Mr. C's energy got all the energy kicked up, and now there's little fires everywhere. A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about the unfortunate passing of Black Rob, hip hop icon, rap pioneer, like just a good guy from what I'm understanding and from what I personally know. And there's been a question or a cloud over his legacy, over a supposed $20,000 donation that was given by Jay-Z to help his kids move forward in their lives. And the money's missing and no one knows where the money is. Now, this is not the GoFundMe that was started by Mark Curry, who claims that he was by Black Rob's side up until the day he died. I say claimed because I spoke to Mark Curry last week, and this is what he told me. And he also said, when I asked him about that shady video that he was taking of Black Rob the day Black Rob died, he said, oh, the reason I was hiding the cameras because my wife thought I was at work and I needed to prove to her where I was at. That's why I was hiding the camera. And I was like, nigga, that don't even add up. From worldwide, you about to get fucked all the way up because that shit don't sound right. I said, it looked shady, but my real issue wasn't even about money, wasn't about none of that. It was don't be telling kids that their parent died with the rest of the world on IG Live. And when I told him that, he was like, I didn't think of it that way. You're right. I just didn't have a way to reach the kids. So I asked him to come on the show. I believe we reached out and made contact with him because he was willing a willing participant last Thursday, all in. He dropped some names and accused some people. Kal Dawson was one of the names. DJ Self was another one of the names that he claims they took the money from Jay-Z. Kal deposited, according to him, into his account, and the kids never got the money. So then me being, Miss Jones, and not just some random raggedy chick that's, doing podcasts now and trying to, me with the relationships, the equity, the industry background, reached out to Kal Dawson. We're going to talk to him in a few minutes because I just want to, at this point, let Black Rob rest in peace and get to the bottom of where the hell the money went.
So who is Kal Dawson? Because I don't know.
He was promoting Black Rob from March 2020 until his passing.
Okay. So
he was like a promoter.
Okay.
And supposedly Black Rob was living with Kal Dawson's associate, Cricket, a dude heavily into church, a drummer out of Fayetteville. And he was putting Black Rob up free of charge, just on the strength of Rob's contribution to this jam. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he claims that Mark Curry was nowhere around Black Rob in the last days, and that all those videos that we've been watching were not even Mark Curry's videos. The video of Black Rob in the hospital was Kal Dawson's video. He said that was my voice on that video. So I was confused. So I went back to Mark Curry's Instagram page, and seriously, all the videos have been removed.
Gone.
Wow.
So to call Mark Curry for the show tonight.
Yep.
Seriously, he's vanished.
He's very
Gone.
gone. We were talking back and forth for the last couple of days, and he was game to do it. And all of a sudden, he ghosted me. Now, Mark, where you at, Mark?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
After he's pointed fingers at DJ Self and Kal Dawson, he's gone. So let's get Kal Dawson on the line, and let's just like get this party started, and get to it, because it's too much. Too much. I mean, I know obviously hip hop needed me.
Yeah.
Or is it just
That was the first thing I thought. Like that was the first. Like it was around 9 o'clock last night, and I was like, you know what? You know, because I was doing my talk with God, and I said, you know what, God, I think hip hop needed her, and I think I'm gonna do my part. I'm gonna do my part and support her, because that's my job here, is to support her. And then I said, amen. Then I blessed everybody. You know, can you bless a few other people? But I said, then I went back and I brought it back at the end. I said, but one more time before I go.
He's so stupid.
I needed my boo.
And I'm just trying to do what I did, and I'm back. I'm back, people. I'm back.
Hey.
No longer have to stray and get like random interviews with random bitches. Mother is here. Envy, is Kal on the phone? Kal, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Okay.
Kal Dawson, ladies and gentlemen.
Kal Dawson.
What's up, y'all?
So, I told you yesterday when you and I spoke that Mark Curry wanted to call into the show and clear the air.
Yeah.
Now he's disappeared. He's going to MIA.
I wonder why.
So Mark Curry had implicated you as the person that took the $20,000 from Jay-Z, deposited in your bank account. I'll say allegedly, just cause, and disappeared with the money. And we offered him a platform to explain and to say this, but he didn't show up. Can you tell us, please, what happened with Black Rob last days, 20,000? Can you please clear it up?
How did I take Jay-Z giving me money in cash? I took the money and disappeared with it, and I was at the funeral. I was there from the beginning to the end, so where I disappeared to?
So did you ever have a conversation with Jay-Z or anybody from his camp?
No, never did.
Are you sure there was never a conversation with you and anybody in Jay-Z's camp? Because I'm getting a conflicting story that you were in talks with them, and that was all I got.
Okay, this is what. Okay, let me start so we can kind of like narrow this down.
Yeah.
I started working with Black Rob August of 2020 as manager him. I got him a show with Benny Siegel in Detroit, Michigan, October 24th.
That's my birthday.
Black Rob. Oh, happy belated. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
We was in Detroit, Michigan at Core Radio. Then we was at Views. Then after party from that was at Playground with Mayweather. He did it after party over there. So moving along from that, I had Black Rob in New Year's at this correctional officer her house in Brooklyn and Flatbush on New Year's. Then I had Rob do some shit with some councilmen in Harlem. And then Black Rob was booked May 5th in Atlanta, Georgia, All-Star Weekend. Now, I don't know Black Rob. I don't got 20 years, 30 years around him. Working with Mr. Cheeks, Benny Siegel, Kevin Don from Wu-Tang, a guy named Robert C. Styles was like, yo, a friend of mine got Black Rob's phone number. I know you fuck with Cheeks and Beans. You think you maybe start booking for Black Rob. So I said, sure, no problem. All-Star Weekend, you know, him, Misty Cheeks, and Benny Siegel's book in Atlanta, Georgia for All-Star Weekend. March 5th, March 5th, Black Rob left New York and came to Atlanta, Georgia. That day he performed. This what's this female name? Mrs. Mark Curry. She came there that day. Yeah, she came there that day, and he performed with Black Rob on stage, right? I didn't see him again. Black Rob got a text message from a family member, stated that where you at, don't come back, you know, stay where you at, you know, you mean baza 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 blah, all that baloney
Somebody
shit.
he was living with?
A family member he was living with, I think a cousin.
So they put him out. They said, don't come back here.
That was the text message that came through.
Okay.
He showed me that. Yo, Cal, look, it's the second time she did this shit to me. All right, no problem. He got paid for coming out to All-Star Weekend. Ed Love was the host. Ed Love was there as well. You know what I mean? So, this is go to my Instagram. The proof was in the pudding. Anything that Rob always got my Kal Dawson management team logo on it, or Cheeks, or whoever. Moving along, you know, he stayed in the hotel for a couple of days. His little son was with him, Little Rob Jr. Little Rob Jr. left him back to New York. A friend of mine, but he's a rapper as well at Atlanta, named Gold Toast. He put Black Rob in the hotel for like 4 or 5 days, like 1 week in Stockbridge, Georgia. Goldmouth told me that Black Rob started swelling up because, you know, you're on dialysis. So he stayed. It was like, yo, what you want me to do? What I need to be doing? I said, well, call the ambulance, you know, let him go to the hospital. Black Rob went to Wells Star Hospital in Atlanta, Georgia. He was there for maybe 6 days. I guess the day he got discharged, he called his friend named Watt, who picked him up and took him to a juice bar. And Rob called me, was like, yo, I'm at the juice bar, come get me. I picked him up and brought him to a friend of mine named Cricket. Now, I called my man Black, because we was trying to find a spot for Black Rob because, you know, running out of money, and, you know, he had no money for a hotel. So I called my man Blacker in New York. Black was like, yo, Cricket down there. And we called Cricket. I didn't have Cricket's number, but I've been on Cricket since 2015, 16. He's known as one badass drummer. You know what I mean? He played drums for a lot of celebrities in the industry. So Black was like, yo, call Cricket, you know, bring Black Rob to a Cricket house in Fayetteville, Georgia. I did that. You go on my Instagram, it's a video, and, you know, Black Rob got the, you know, the thing around his wrist from the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Brought him to Cricket house. You know, he's on the phone talking to Kojo from Goody Mob, Cujo. So Cricket had things set up for Black Rob, like, you know, somebody that's a nurse. But you're going to talk to Cricket in a minute after I tell my testimony with you.
Right.
So when Rob was staying there, I think he started swelling up again. And one day I came to pick him up, take him to a dialysis center, but, you know, you can't just walk into a dialysis center. You got to be recommended through your case manager, through the hospital, and all that other stuff. You know, it's a procedure. Okay, no problem. Cricket called the ambulance for Black Rob. He started swelling up, and he went to Fayetteville, Piedmont. I went there to go see Rob one day at the hospital, and you know, due to coronavirus, a lot of people can't go there. So I went to go see him. I was talking to him for a minute. Then he got transferred from a procedure he needed to be done to him. He got transferred from Fayetteville, Piedmont to Piedmont, Atlanta. And when I went to go see him that day, that's when I made the video with him in the hospital, in the bed, and I asked him a question about how you feel about X.
So that was your video.
That was my video.
Because I saw that video on Mark Curry's page and thought it was his.
A lot of people been reposting.
You can hear you in the video.
I'm talking to him. I said, how you feel about X?
Yeah.
Tosh, where you at?
But people, I'm sorry, I had to open the window. But people that don't know your voice, just hear a voice because your face wasn't on it, and then he put it on his page, so everybody's thinking that was him. But now, mysteriously, all those videos that were on his page have disappeared.
Because he's a lying.
Oh, he took all those pages.
He's a lying bastard. The truth is coming out now. You know what I mean? So DJ Self reposted that video and put it on his Instagram. I got a relationship with Self. Self was DJing at Cityscapes and a number of other places. And my man Black used to do security there. So another story, Self called me. He was like, yo, you got my phone buzzing. A lot of rappers, other celebrities been calling me. He was like, yo, Jay-Z reached out to him and was like, yo, what's up? He said, I don't know what's going on in detail. I'm going to call Cal. So DJ Self called me, was like, yo, Jay-Z called me and stated that, what do Black Rob need? And I'm saying, so I told him, he needs his own place. He needs, to go to dialysis 3 times a week, you know what I mean? Because his health is fucked up. So
Who
Self was
said
like,
Drink
all right,
Champs?
cool.
Who said he want to go on Drink Champs? That's what I want to know.
But that came out, Rob, when the second video, when Rob was in the hotel room, he said, you want to go to Drink Champs and other networks to tell his story about what he's going through.
Okay.
I mean, so moving along about the Jay-Z situation,
yeah,
I never spoke to Jay-Z. Jay-Z called Self. Self called me and asked me back and forth questions like, yo, what he need, da-da-da-da. So Self said Jay's going to send 10, 20, you know what I mean, to hold him down for now until they can make some other arrangements, right? So I said, okay, cool. He asked me, do you got, Cash App, my Cash App down, I got a bank account, you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. I sent Self the Kal Dawson management team bank account, some of the routing number and the account number.
So y'all didn't give him Black Rob's because he don't have a bank account, right?
Rob doesn't have a bank account.
Okay, go ahead.
So I provided that information to DJ Self. You know what I mean? I have text messages back and forth. I sent Self the information. Self say pass it through. You know what I mean? So Self hit me up one day, text me like, yo, anything come through yet? I was like, nah, nothing came through, nothing dropped yet. He said, well, hold on. You know what I mean? Just give it a second. I'm saying something gonna come through, blah, blah, blah. But nothing ever happened. I got 10 toes right here in the car. I mean, so he could verify he's seen the text messages as well.
So the money never came, is what you're saying?
It never came to the account. No. So after Rob got to the hospital, the guy, his friend named Wop again, picked him up, brought him to the juice bar, right? I got with Rob, and I'm like, well, that $6,400 that one of his royalty checks came to his lawyer named Corey, and he had it sent to my account.
So what? Wait. Why was Corey sending Rob's royalty check to your account?
Rob doesn't have a bank account. Rob
how was he
Atlanta,
checking
Georgia.
them? But how was he cashing them before now?
Ms. Jones, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how Rob was getting them. I'm not.
Okay.
I don't know how that was going on.
But they sent it to you. Okay.
Happened.
And then that was $6,400. So where did that money go?
Hold on. That was the child support was taking some of his money out as well, but the lawyer was stating that Rob needed to get a family lawyer to revise his child support because he got him under, making $2 million through the bad boy account at that time. So the remaining balance out of that, I guess the leftover was $6,400. That came to me. But that money that was gonna be used as far as Rob getting his own place down in Atlanta where he was at. You know what I mean? That money's gonna use to give him apartment to hold them over. Cause nobody's obligated to do anything for the man. Okay, let's let that be clear. Nobody's obligated. You know what I mean? What was done in the past, that's not my business. I'm going by what was in my possession now.
Right.
You feel me?
Yep.
Okay. So when Rob came out of the hospital, I got him a hotel room at the Residence Inn, 134 Peach Street Road, Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Now, Diddy, well, that day in the vehicle and with WAP, what's the dude name? Harv called Rob. How you doing? Da 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 da. Yo, don't do no interviews. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, Harv Pierre had called him that day, right? So WAP took him to get his hair cut and all that shit. I'm still in the vehicle with him. Later on that day, I took Rob to the hotel, got him a hotel room. So I think the next day or 2 days later, I guess word got to his former boss, yo, where's he staying at? WAP provided, the hotel room was a Kal Dawson name. Da da da.
Gotta know that it came through WAP, not through Mark
Right.
Curry.
Diddy called WAP. He never called Mark Curry, right?
Okay.
He called WAP. So WAP told Diddy my name that the hotel name was in. So he paid for another extra 2 weeks. I guess that's the grace period as far as what's going to be the next move. You follow
Okay.
me?
Yep.
Now, I took Rob shopping, right? I spent like $1,000. I got receipts for that. So I had $6,400, the hotel room for that 2 days. Then came the minus $1,000. He went shopping. Mark Curry called him. Rob gave me the phone. Yo, tell him where we at. So we ain't coming to the mall in Atlanta, in Georgia. Mark Curry came there, and at the time, it's this guy named Mike Zombie started a GoFundMe program.
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to Mike Zombie. Was like, yo, who authorized you to do a GoFundMe program? So he's like, I'm a producer. You know, I'm trying to look out for him. Da 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 da. So I said, okay, well, whatever you get, you know what I mean, it needs to go to, Rob. So I provided him the same information, and
That's
when
your
Mark
bank account information.
Right, when Mark Curry came, because Rob owes money with child support and other shit. So he
Right.
doesn't have no bank account. I don't owe nobody nothing. Right?
Free and clear.
So exactly. So now Mark Curry had came to mess at the mall, and I had that video up when I told Mark Curry, I went live and said, first of all, let's back up. Mark Curry went on Instagram, was like, yo, Black Rob's at the hospital, he discharged. I don't know why that video was made, but Rob is good, da 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 da. He ain't know Rob's condition because Black Rob was in the hotel. Was like, yo, I ain't got no place. My man's trying to get a crib for me. Meaning me. I've been going through this shit for the last 4 or 5 years. So, Mark Curry, how the fuck you mean he's good? You never extended your hand for Black Rob. Y'all was on the same label together. You live in Georgia. You flipping houses. Fuck boy shit. So he came to the mall, Miss Jones, and I reached out to Mike Zombie. You know what I mean? He said, yeah, Mike Zombie told me you reached out to him. He did say that, and da-da-da. So somehow Mark Curry must have got in contact with Mike Zombie. Don't deal with Cal, fuck with me, blah, 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 blah. So now I'm calling Mike Zombie, and he's not answering the phones no more, my calls. Okay, cool. All right, fine, no problem. All that time period, right? Nobody sent nothing. Jay-Z never sent no $20,000. I never got no $20,000. All my, I don't know where this lie comes from. That, it's a paper trail. Technology nowadays is easy. All you got to do, reach out to Jay-Z's, PR, whoever.
Yeah, they're not answering.
Show the bank statement.
Yeah, they're not answering any. They're not answering any calls.
Yeah, it's simple. Show a wire transfer because it never happened. I mean, I can provide my bank statement, but it never happened.
You ain't even got to go that far, Jones. You could go to DJ Self.
Exactly.
That's it.
So
DJ
what
Self
I heard,
is the link between all that.
I heard that Self said Rob is dead. He don't need that money no more, and inferred that he wanted to bust that money down in half and share and split it with either Mark Curry, not with you, with either Mark Curry or Choke No Joke. That's what I heard. So I don't right. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That's what I was told by that side, that Self wanted to split, say Rob is dead. What you mean? That money is like, he don't need the money no more. And inferred that, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, Ms. Jones. Somebody said that Self said that if Self didn't say that himself, that don't has no weight. It's not a problem.
No, I know.
Self.
I know.
Right.
I'm just connecting dots, because people that are listening, right, they're like, you got to make it connect to the people that are listening. We know it don't make sense, but they got to come to their own conclusion. So I want to clarify before we move forward, because you explained to me yesterday when we talked that $6,400 royalty check, $1,000 went to shopping, $300 went to Rob's pocket, $2,300 went to his son, and the balance went to returning first half deposits for shows.
Exactly. He
So
had a show book. He had a show book April 24th in Detroit, another one May 30th in Gary, Indiana, and April 14th in Griffin, Georgia.
and because you were the promoter, you wanted to return
No,
that
I'm not
money
the
because
promoter. I'm the manager. I'm not a promoter.
so why would you return money like that? Fuck them promoters. I mean, not fuck them
Because
promoters, but
it's business. It's in a contract. You know, he passed away. That's a deposit to secure the date. So they had to return the money. He's deceased. Same thing with a friend of mine's booked Mo 3 to come to a Charlotte for a show. And it was like 20,000. They had to get that deposit back. Mo 3 camp had to give it back.
I get it. You know, I'm sleazy. I just,
But
whatever.
like I said, look, that shit there is no money to be crying over about. You know what I mean? So, you know,
Right.
it's the deposit. So they
So
want
the
to move
bottom
forward with
line
me with another artist.
is Cricket is the one that actually, not Mark Curry. Cricket is the one that gave Black Rob a foundation and a place to stay. And Cricket, the one that is on IG as one
One
um
badass drummer.
AZZ drummer. Cricket's IG guys has all the videos and all the information. And we actually like researched this last night after we got off the phone with you to verify. And Mark Curry's IG now has no videos and no information. And today he's not responding to us.
That's
So
crazy.
Mark Curry, that funeral was some real sleazy shit because what I didn't like, Mark Curry, and I guess one of his old managers, some dude named Jay, all of them up there lying in the church in front of this man's family and said that I'm Black Rob's manager. You did not book him no shows. Rob told me, like, yo, me and him used to do business before Rob got in that 6 days, but I don't rock with him no more. You know what I mean? So
and
that shit's crazy.
didn't Cricket wasn't he like getting Rob's medication and making sure that he was taking it on time and in a
Yes.
regular
Yes, Cricket gonna talk for himself. I'm gonna pass the phone to him. He got information that he texts Mark Curry, come get Black Rob's medication. He needs this stuff. Mark Curry never answered back and never went to go get that medication.
and didn't Black Rob's legs at the day he died, his legs stopped working and he was on the floor. And instead of Mark
I was
Curry,
I was told by the lady named Queen, because I said I left Black Rob that Thursday, which was the 15th. I said,
yep.
look, Friday I gotta go to Hampton, Virginia. I got a show booked for Beans and Freeway in Hampton, Virginia, and I got another show booked with Cheeks that Saturday. I'll be back Sunday. From Saturday, when I left Hampton, Virginia, on my way to Baltimore, halfway there, a lot of people started texting my phone. Was like, yo, is it true? Yo, what's up with Rob? Yo, what happened? Yo, what's this shit? I heard he passed away. So I called the nurse lady, Queen. I never called Mark Curry. I called Queen. Queen, yo, what happened? She said, yo, me and Mark Curry, we went to go see Black Rob at the hotel room. And he found Rob on the floor, said that, he can't walk. His legs ain't working, da-da-da. So we going to take him to the hospital. And they said that Black Rob didn't want to go to the hospital. He didn't want to go there. They took him to another hospital. He said that I don't want to go there. They want to stick needles in me. I want to go through all that shit, da-da-da-da. Then they took it from there and took it to a juice bar, his friend that WAP owns. And then allegedly, I guess, when he went to a cardiac arrest, they tried to revive him. Then, they rushed him to the hospital. And, when he got to the hospital, I guess the staff members at that point tried to revive him and couldn't, and he passed away. So my thing with Mark Curry, if you go to the hotel, which you lied and said he was staying with you, so why did you go to a hotel room and found him there on the floor? Why did you not make the staff member admit Black Rob if he tell you his leg's not working? So that right there is kind of like suspect to me.
Right.
This man,
Right.
you're not a doctor. You gonna let Black Rob take that day I filmed that video? I didn't do that video for some clout shit. The man needed assistance. You know what I mean? That's beyond me. It's a cry for help for him.
Did anybody in the industry reach out to you after you aired that video?
Only one reached out was Self. Self has my phone number. Self reached out and was trying to orchestrate some dead. I mean, other people might have reached out to other people, but as far as with me, everybody reposted my video. Other blogs was making it, oh, Black Rob died and all this other shit, you know what I mean? But, you know, it was a cry for help for him. You know, Diddy reached out to WAP, you know what I mean? They paid for the hotel room, but, you know, like I said, nothing was done. So I just
Did
tried
he
to help the
pay?
dude.
Right. Yeah. No. And again, it speaks a lot to the credibility of Mark Curry's position that he booked an interview with us tonight and then didn't even show up, and is now not answering our calls. But did I forgot what my question was, because
Did he pay for the funeral?
oh, did he pay for the funeral, and did he show up at the funeral?
He did not. He did not show up at the funeral,
Mm.
and allegedly, I was told that he was paying for the funeral, but I didn't see no documents and all the other stuff. It was out of my hand. So, you know, through 10 toes down, he's saying that the shit wasn't even fully paid for.
Oh,
Lady didn't
wow.
receive all her money.
He said the lady ain't received. He's saying that the lady hasn't received no money. You know, when I got there, when I came there, I was there before the body got there. So all the people was talking about Kal Dawson this, Kal Dawson this. I showed up. I'm from South Jamaica, Queens. I ain't no gangster, but I'm not gonna have anybody to handle me any certain kind of way.
Right.
And just to let it be noted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mark Curry wasn't even coming to the funeral. I spoke with Mark Curry for over an hour, right? And he's telling me all of this stuff about Cal and all this other shit and the 20,000 and all that, right? I had to go through an hour with him like, yo, listen, homie, you have to show face. I want you to come to the funeral so I could bring you and Cal together and you could clear this up. Because you saying that he took 20,000 and he did this when y'all was at the mall and they was just taking money from Rob. I said, okay, so come to the funeral. He said, nah, bro, I don't want to come because I don't trust it, this and that. I said, listen, man, the funeral gonna be in Harlem. You ain't got to worry about it. I got you. I got my people. We're gonna hold you down. Come on. He said, all right, for you, I'm gonna come. He came to the funeral, got out. I walked him in. We went inside. I see Cal. I said, yo, there go Cal. Don't start no shit. I pulled Cal over. I spoke to Cal. They were supposed to talk. He get to drinking and he start acting stupid. So I said, yo, homie, listen, man, y'all gotta have a conversation, man. You and Cal gotta have a conversation. Right now, we're gonna deal with this funeral. I don't want no disruption up in here. Y'all got to keep it clear. This is about Rob. This ain't about no money or nothing. We're going to deal with Rob. And then after, I want you to clear it up because there's a lot going on with the internet and a lot of things that you're saying. Mark Curry never got to it. He didn't want to confront him. He started calling WAP. Yo, tell WAP to talk to him. I said, what WAP got to talk to him for? You're the one that's in the middle. You're the one that said you spoke to me for over an hour before you came up here, and this is why you're here. I'm the reason why you here, bro. He like, yeah, you right. Okay, we're going to do it. Never got to it, never did it. I called him after we left. We went to the grave. We buried Rob. After it was over, I said, where you going? He said, I'm going to City Island to eat. I said, all right. I called him later that night. Where you at? I'm in a hotel. We're going to hook up. We got to clear this up. You still didn't clear your joint. All right, I'm going to call you. And that was it. He back home. He back in Atlanta. You know, so that's the only reason why he came up, and he wasn't even coming to the funeral. First, he was trying to blame it on Puff. I don't want to see him. I don't want nothing with Puff. Well, this ain't about Puff. His real reason that he didn't want to see Cal. And I guess he didn't want to face his demons, you know?
Yeah. Is there any truth to the fact that he got like a sizable amount of money to do an interview with Rolling Stone magazine?
I asked him about that too. He said that he didn't get that. And that he never did a Rolling Stone magazine. I never seen it. I never did no research on it or whatever. But he said he didn't, and I heard that he got $30,000 for doing that.
Nah, it was a link. It was a link that Mark Curry did an interview with Rolling Stones. It was a link out there. Somebody sent it to me, and you know he didn't want to face Puffy, but you the one said that, yo, me and Puffy didn't talk for 15 years, but you know Rob brought us together. Puffy never called you, so. What you told you don't want to, you said Puffy called you allegedly, so why you don't want to go see Puff? If he was, you know what I mean, like the dude is whole stylish. Yeah, he clout chasing, you know, he trying to make himself relevant, and he told a bunch of lies. He told a lie in front of Rob's family's mother at the funeral. He was drunk anyway.
So did he I watched the video on Revolt TV. I watched it on the website. Was he the one that got up and was like, a lot of people lying, a lot of people acting like they knew Rob, but nobody knew Rob. Like I knew Rob. Was that him?
Was that who?
Mark Curry.
No, Mark is the one. You would see Mark Curry, the guy that was standing up talking, he had the vest on. He was up at the podium. Mark Curry had the all black on. I'm standing behind him, and I'm tapping him, telling him, yo, get off the mic. Gotta get a mic up. You're talking too much. He's standing there, and he the one that told everybody put their fists in the air.
Oh, okay.
That's
okay.
Mark Curry. Got the shades.
Okay.
That's Mark Curry. But the one that started talking about Yo and Puff and all, and what Puff didn't do nothing. I was with Rob before all this. I'm talking about from 2 years ago, before Kal and all of them even knew Rob. That's my man. And that was my whole beef with them. Like, yo, you're going to have to handle Rob right. And now that he's gone, you're going to have to handle this thing about with the bread and all this money and for the family. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring some type of peace for the family. And then homie got up there and everybody getting up there big and Puffy up what he doing and what he did. Puffy didn't do nothing. Puff
and you said the lady's still waiting on the second half of the money from the church.
Yeah. Yeah, she said that it's not even fully paid for. And this is coming from Rob's cousin. This is direct. You know what I'm saying?
They would know.
Coming from Rob's
because they the ones that
the lady who's the head of the church is telling her this, like, yo, I didn't even receive all my monies. You know what I'm saying?
So
a lot of bloggers is saying that Black Rob's manager Kal Dawson put Diddy on blast. I never spoke to Diddy. I never even had a conversation with him. My man Mike Dean, he came. Some people from Detroit that I fuck with, you know, they came. A lot of people came, was like, you know, a lot of shit going on with the blogs and shit. We ain't feeling that. We know you. You know what I'm saying? So I came up. I showed up because, you know, I'm gonna set the record straight. Even though it's the funeral, I'm there to pay respect to Black Rob, and you know, straight this nonsense going on. These other people choke no joke, and this one, that one. I don't know these people. Everybody seems like they got a voice of opinion.
Right. And fuck those blogs. Fuck those blogs.
They got an agenda. But like I said, I'm walking around New York City. I've been in this system in and out. I am never told to testify nobody. I come and go as I please. But you're not gonna force no lie on me. And all y'all want to act gangster for Black Rob, but where was all y'all at when that man had no place to go? You know what I mean? Where was y'all at gangster then? This why that whole Black Lives Matter shit is bullshit. Cause everybody beef right now is all black.
All right, easy, because we need Black Lives Matter to exist.
I understand that, but look what everybody who's beefing on each other. Everybody's black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, everybody want to point fingers like, yo, I did what I supposed to do. I extended my hand and some.
Right. So Envy, you talked to Self at all? Did you hear anything from Self, Envy? Because that's my next phone call. I just got to ask Self, where's the money?
Yeah, no, Self said he said that he made the GoFundMe page. He told me that Kal told him to make the page.
I asked him because Self is credible. So gonna be a lot of rappers, well-known rappers know Self and will probably feel more comfortable sending Self their money than somebody else.
Yeah. So when I spoke to Self said Self said Kal told him to make the page. And Self said he made the page because he wanted to help Black Rob. He was talking to Black Rob for the last couple of weeks. He said Jay called him and asked him what he needed. And he said he was going to send him something over. And he said, Self said that was it. He said he made the page and that was it. He said he never said that to Choke No Joke. I mean, I think we all know Choke No Joke's a liar. So I don't know. I don't think Self would ever take money from anybody.
Did the money ever come?
Self said Self said the money never came. He also said that Jay, I don't know who Jay is. I guess Jay used to manage Black Rob maybe before Kal or whatever.
Yeah, I think he the one that reached out to. I heard Angela Yee said something. We spoke to Black Rob.
He reached out to me. No, Jay spoke to me. Jay hit me. He actually the day that Black Rob passed, I think maybe the next day, Black Rob's Instagram page hit me. And he said he was Jay. He called me and said he was the manager or was the manager. And he told me that, Kal booked Black Rob out in Atlanta for All-Star and he was down there and he needed help. And then he told me that, his problem was that the money that the GoFundMe pages, none of the family has a beneficiary. So he called me and asked me to tell Self to dead that page, and Self deaded that page. I think it was like 2,000-3,000 in that page. Self deaded the page. I don't know where that money went. And they said there's another page that's still active that has $30,000 in it. And they said the whole
That's
problem
the one
is,
that the kid Mike Zombie and
Mark Curry, and Mark Curry had some. Yeah.
Mark Curry had his name added on as a beneficiary on there.
yeah. So they were just saying like, yo, how come the family don't get the money and this, that, and the other. And you know, like I said on radio, and I think even Jay said, you know, the whole thing is, which makes it even sound crazy, is right. I got 5 kids, man. And if I passed away and my kids found out on Instagram, I just think that's
what I said. And I got dragged into the whole thing about money. And all I said was, you don't be telling people, kids, that their father died on IG, Mark Curry. And I don't care who you couldn't get in contact with. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe because they have mothers and the mothers are supposed to find out and break that news to the children. Because we're often as mothers left to clean up the shit and heal the scars of our kids. And I told Mark Curry, I don't appreciate that. And I doubled down on that. That was foul. It was irresponsible.
People called me, was like, soon as Rob passed away, this bozo's on Instagram. Thank you for your donations. Fake crocodile tears. Black Rob passed away. How you not going to tell the people in the immediate circle first, you know what I'm saying, that he passed away? You know, you go straight to Instagram.
You go straight to the cameras. I said that. Yeah. Don't be going to the cameras. Because I'm glad that Jay-Z did something. Because he didn't do more because he knew that fucking bozo shit like this was going to happen. That's why.
Yeah, it's a lot of fuckery. Everybody's a chief, not an Indian. Then I heard Angela Yee was like, well, we got in touch with Black Rob's manager. Jay said he didn't know Black Rob was in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm like, yeah, he didn't know because he wasn't doing business with him. Black Rob doesn't run his Instagram page. That kid Jay was. All the shows I booked for Black Rob, I put the flyers on my page.
To resolve all this, I don't know, because this makes my head spin. But to resolve everything, do we just have to get that GoFundMe money, that $30,000 to Black Rob's family?
They said that he sent the Mark Curry sent me a screenshot of a letter that supposedly is from GoFundMe saying, thank you so much. We have transferred this account from your name to Black Rob's son's name. I don't know if it's authentic because nowadays people could do stuff online with letters and all that. I don't know how authentic it is, but he sent me a screenshot of that and claimed that it's been transferred over.
Oh, who's Robert Ross? Because there's now a beneficiary.
That's Black Rob.
So
it was updated in Black Rob's name. So if he doesn't have a bank account, how is that benefit? Like, how is the money getting to there?
Is this Junior?
So listen, no, yeah, he's Junior. That's Black Rob. That's his son.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Mark Curry told me that his son has the account and he's able to get the monies.
Okay.
I didn't speak to his son as far as with the account, with the GoFundMe. Mark Curry was just telling me that.
Okay.
Know? So I don't know what happened. I don't know who have access to that account and the money's in there.
Okay. But so, all right. So we're clear. You just said a whole lot, Cal. Thank you. I appreciate you. I do, because it speaks volumes that Mark didn't show up tonight. And like,
but the funny thing, right? He came to a funeral drunk already. Then he around there yelling, screaming, talking to 10 Toes. What he gonna do to me? Homie, I'm from South Jamaica, Queen. I'm from Basie Project. You're not gonna do what you think you want to do anything to me. Let's not get that twisted, all right? I never seen you in the Ford building, the Attica, Wyoming, none of them spots. So I ain't seen you in the Feds either when I was in ADX or Alamo. So stop talking like you built like that. But that's okay though. But you know, that's neither here nor there. He wasn't about and 10 Toes, he was there, was like, yo, Cal right there.
Yeah, because Mark Curry, he was trying everything he could to get around with confronting him. Now, I must say, and Cal wanted to fight him, and Mark Curry said, no, tell WHO to go over there. I said, listen, ain't no fighting going on in here, yo. That's not
that would have been here. That would have been. And what if they knocked that body out the casket? No.
Yeah, that would have been a disaster. No, I wouldn't even been able to do this video. I would have been locked up. But I told Mark Curry, no, listen, y'all gonna have a conversation. That's why you in New York. You got to have a conversation.
I told Tim.
He did everything he could to get around that conversation. He didn't want to talk about it because he knew.
I told Toes, tell him, get your man, bring him down the street. That's what I told them. Get your man, bring him down the street. There ain't nothing.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do that. But see, that's what these dudes do. He goes and take his book, put the link on his Instagram. You got people talking about, oh, Mark Curry, he the truth. He a real one. He's a piece of shit because he at the man's funeral, the body's there, the man's mother's there, his family, you lying. That's a real piece of shit right there.
Right.
The whole time he in there drunk, he falling asleep. It was crazy. It was disaster. That's why I put up a video like, yo, that whole funeral was a joke. People was looking to get back in with, huh?
No, go ahead. People was looking to get back in.
People was looking to get back in with P. Diddy. That's why they was bigging him up. Yo, you got to thank P. Diddy what he did for. He didn't do nothing for Rob. I was there with Rob. I walked with Rob. I took care of Rob. I looked out for Rob. That was my man. And then on top of that, when it came to Mark Curry, I'm the one. If you look at the video, I'm telling him, I'm in his ear like, yo, you have to say something about the parents. You have to say something about his family. Stop with this. Then when he said the Puffy thing, I said, up, get a mic up. That's it. No more talking. Pass the mic. You gotta get off.
Yeah, because I felt like the parents weren't even acknowledged. And I felt like the children got rushed because there were so many shout outs prior to that by the time they got the microphone passed to them, there was so little time because they had to get to the cemetery in a certain amount of time because the cemetery has strict rules and they close at a certain time. And I just felt, I felt awkward even watching it because
they turned it into a bad boy reunion.
A reunion. And the only reunion going on here, the only reunion going around here is the Miss Jones Morning Show reunion.
Hey, boy.
And it was crazy, right? Black Rob, he passed away. He wasn't even signed a bad boy. He was not.
Yeah, that deal has been done.
Mark Curry put another lie out there that allegedly Black Rob said that I think I signed my publishing over to Kal Dawson. Black Rob don't even got his own masters in publishing here, so how you gonna sign it to me?
Yeah, he said that to the nurse, allegedly, that he said that I think I signed my publishing over. And that's why I asked you what happened with the publishing. But as long as it takes publishing checks to come, how were they able to get a check to the lawyer unless that was a check that was already coming? And then the lawyer...
It's some funny business with that. Like I said, that's Rob's lawyer, this guy, and you know he's supposed to get 4 royalty checks a year. The lawyer changed his story about 3-4 times, you know. So then the lawyer said, "Oh, he only get 2 every 6 months, April and you know whatever after that." And it's like child support take XYZ and the remaining is go to. So I ain't seen that in documents in writing. So your lawyer could be doing some funny shady shit.
And I'm gonna fuck him up too. Because I'm tired.
He's out of California.
You want me to write this down, Jones? You want me to write this list down to add? You sure?
I'm gonna fuck all them up.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep this.
Everybody that's on here, if y'all want to set up a little celebrity boxing, please line it up with me and Mark Curry. I'm all for that.
Get to the boxing match. You know who would do that? Our friend Zab Judah. That's what he's doing now.
Yeah, I know Zab. You do it down in Atlanta. Yeah, you can set it up. You'll contact Zab and make it happen. I'm there. It's gonna be a first round knockout, no count. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all talk to the guy who Black Rob was living with in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, Cricket.
Everybody that's helping Rob was not from New York, only me. Everybody else from the South. They show Rob love in his last 9 days. So here you go, one badass drummer.
Hey, Cricket. I spoke to you yesterday, Cricket.
Hey, Ms. Jones, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Fine. You call me 1B or badass.
Okay.
That's what I go by. Yeah.
Thank you for giving me your IG, because me and my producer Jay Black, we went on it last night and we were able to look at all those videos. And like I said earlier, some of those videos were the videos that was on Mark Curry's page, and now all of them have vanished.
Yeah, and actually that's not even all of them. I'm just sitting here and listening to everything, and it's so fun. I can't stand to see a bunch of grown ass people acting like they're in high school. That's what it sounds like right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob was everybody's on some bullshit, and it's all about the truth and what really happened. But this shit sounds like high school. A man is dead all because of negligence, and people just forgetting all about you.
Ultimately, yeah. negligence and not good care.
Right.
And you said you were trying to tell Mark to come and get Black Rob's medicine, and he never came to get the medicine. And we know how crucial medicine is when one is on dialysis.
I know everything because he lived with me. And then the videos on live. You look at the dates. He can't live with you. When I got all these videos, he was with me too much to be living with you. You know, but I ain't about to be. I'm not here to point fingers. That's what I was saying earlier. You know, I'm not.
Was Rob I'm sorry, can I ask you, was Rob okay with you documenting him on video?
Yeah.
Was this his request?
Yeah. This is something that I convinced him to do because of his story and his situation. I'm trying to get this light out the way so you can see me.
No, it's okay. I see you fine. Was this something that Rob wanted people to know that we didn't know while he was alive, that he wanted to know or wanted us to know before he passed away?
The whole purpose of what me and him was doing,
Yeah.
because he lived with me, that was my brother. We wanted to get out the fact that we wanted to promote good health. We wanted to bring awareness to kidney disease. And we also wanted to promote to learn the business, you know, because people so quick to sign when you're in your twin, when you're young, all you thinking about is the fame, but you don't know the business part of it. And if he had known the business part of it, he wouldn't have been in the situation he was in, you know.
Yeah.
With the royalties thing. Well, if you know the business, can't nobody get over on you. But when you don't know shit, and the person that you're dealing with does, they're gonna take advantage of it if they can. 9 times out of 10. So
are his kids going to be taken care of? Is there any money outside of the mysterious Jay-Z money and the GoFundMe? How are his kids going to survive?
See, this is the shit that disgusts me because I was the one talking to his lawyer.
Damn it.
I spoke with Corey, and Corey wanted me to get the names of all his kids. And this was when Rob was living. He said, just in case this happens. So the money is going to go to the kids, and I can provide you the information. Like I have so much ammo. It's all about going to war. I got way more bullets than anybody. Everybody ran out of bullets. I got all the ammo in the world.
Is there money? Is there money? Is there going to be more than $6,400 a month though, or every 3 months?
I can't answer what I don't know. You have to speak to Corey. But
Right.
I do have a conversation. with in his black word, his BR's own words. You know, his checks were around 30 to 40,000 sometimes, and it came in different increments.
So why in all that time did you ever ask him why not open a bank account?
Because child support was getting his money, and they had worked out something. He even wanted me to get the money, but
why not just pay the child support? Like if the kid,
no, the child support. Listen to me. Let me finish. Please let me finish.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The child support was killing him. He didn't have enough money to live off of. He was depressed. He was so broken when I met him, and I can truly say in my videos, like I said, they don't lie. You know, I gave that man wanted to live again. You know, I made sure when he came to me, I made sure he got the respect he deserved, and I made sure people knew who he was. I made him remember who he was. You know, that's what I did. That was my whole intentions. I didn't want nothing from him. He even told me he had a check coming in on the 1st, and he said he would give me more. I didn't want that. You know, and I didn't know nothing about dialysis. You know, the seriousness of it. But I do have friends that do have history with it. Yeah, I have enough video and conversations with him, and he did agree to do this, and I even have him saying that because he also will forget things sometimes. Another thing I learned about dialysis is when toxins are in your body, sometimes they can affect your mind. And another thing people keep leaving out is Rob had 4 strokes, so that's why he acted the way you know, as far as like he wasn't the same as he was back in the day.
Do you feel like
he have a whole conversation with you and don't even remember what he said sometimes, but he always knew his music. One thing he never forgot was his music.
Yeah.
That shit used to blow my mind, you know. But that's what was healing him was the love that he was getting. You know?
And do you feel like the end of the? What do you feel like, or do you feel like his departure from Bad Boy was the beginning of his decline?
No, I just think, you know, just the mistakes he made and not being educated on the business on how you can help yourself, you know, because when you get your royalties, you know, it's up to you what you do with your money. And you know, one thing I did like about BR was he admitted his faults and even the bridges that he burned. But a lot of us, you know, in the industry, you know, there's all of us do. When we're in our 20s, we ain't thinking about longevity. You know, we should be getting money. Yeah, we don't know how to act, you know. And even with me as a drummer, you know, my popularity is increasing. And I don't know a lot of things. I don't know a lot of things. I'm trying to you know, learn the things. So that was the whole purpose of the conversations that me and Rob had, was to help the next Black Rob or Roberta, you know.
So,
Yeah.
right. So the takeaway, because at the end of the day, we may never find the 20,000. We may never figure out what happened, who has it, or whatever.
That's the high school shit. That's the high school shit I'm talking about.
What
People
would the
say
message,
shit.
what would, if Black Rob had an opportunity to give one last message before his demise, what
Yes.
would that message be?
Learn what you're getting into if when you're doing something, and to take care of your health. First, health. That was the main thing, because he was suffering. He was suffering, but at the same time, he was ready to give up. But when, like I said, when he got around the right people, and I started introducing him to my people, and he saw the love that he had, you know, he took a tip.
He got inspired.
He was really, he was all he was like 7 years old the first night I met him. I took him and cleaned him up that same night, like around midnight.
All right.
And soon she dyed his beard, dyed his hair and things, and gave him a fresh cut. He couldn't stop looking in the mirror. And we was playing his music, you know, and we took him back. We took him back, just remind him who he is. And if you look at some of the videos, you can hear me in the background just hyping him up. You know, I have plenty of footage of my brother, me and him.
Was there ever any regret that he didn't do better by his children? Because I know child support on face is an ugly word, but the support that's usually designated is never even really enough to cover a child's needs. Was there ever any admission of regret that he didn't do more for his children while he was alive?
No, it wasn't no regret. He just wished he just wished the child support had eased up on him, because he didn't have enough money to live on his own. And at the same time, he wasn't mentally stable. He needed supervision. There's no way he was.
How many children were there in total, though?
4, Doc. 4. Yeah, 4.
Are any of them minors?
I think one of them was the youngest is 8.
Wow,
like
shit. He was still fucking.
Yeah. But that was what.
Cricket, he was still fucking, Cricket.
I can't speak what I don't know.
This kid is 8 years old, you know.
that was 8 years ago though. I don't know what he was doing.
8 years ago, he was still there. No, 8 years ago, he was still fucking.
But he did say one thing about him was he loves some McDonald's. I want to clear that too. He wasn't on drugs. He didn't drink. He chewed ice a lot.
That means he had an iron deficiency. Yeah, because I do that.
Yeah.
I have an ice machine in my house simply to crush the ice soft enough for me to chew the ice.
Yeah, if he wanted McDonald's or Waffle House, he didn't want it. That's what he wanted. Rob could be mean sometimes too, but that's because of he was in pain. He was those toxins in his body was just making him act crazy sometimes, and sometimes his memory would be gone. I even got him an interview. If you look up Thunderstorm Media, Black Rob interview, that was one of the last interviews he did, and he said that was at my home too as well. And he was saying a lot of things on there, and like I said, he did admit his faults. You know, the bridges that he burned and things, and what he wish he could have done over.
Did any of his friends come around? Did any industry friends come around towards the end, or any people that were at the funeral talking that were any of them calling in those last days? Because you were there.
No, it was just me and him and my people. You know, I'm also a drummer. I play for Cujo of Gooding, or I play for the Wobble Man. You know, the Wobble song, the dance. DJ Jelly, I reached out to him. I reached out to Wobble at Edge. Everybody I deal with, I reached out to him, and a lady by the name of Doc Honeycutt, she has a reality show called Beauties and Bikers. She's working on my own documentary. But I wanted to put that to a side to help Rob, because Rob, I don't need it right now. I just wanted to help him. I just wanted to get his life back. That's all I wanted to do. Nothing else. You.
Yeah, no, that's very admirable and noble of you, and I appreciate you if nobody else does. And I thank you and Kal for taking and 10 toes for taking the time to call in tonight and clear the
but there's
air.
so much more. There's so much more. Shoot me a DM and I can send you more. I can send you more.
It's gonna be a documentary.
I can send you so much more stuff to show you who was really
That would be, you know what?
Nobody's business.
That should be a documentary, and you know what?
It's gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
wasn't.
No.
His situation wasn't social media's business, and the thing with the hospital is I put him in the hospital to help him. He wasn't even as sick as he was in the video y'all saw. I did that because he wasn't getting dialysis, and that was just the best thing for him. The lady that was setting the services up, I didn't even know her. Just I was led to her, and we became Facebook friends. And I would video call her and have her look at Rob in the mornings, and she would tell me, to touch him in certain spots and to let her know how he felt. Another thing about Rob, sometimes he wasn't able to speak for himself. He had good he had good days and he had bad days.
Yeah.
This is things he lived with me. I can tell y'all some stuff all day. This really I got to live with this for the rest of my life because I know I could have helped him if he had just came back. Because I know what
he went off with Mark Curry.
And nobody was hearing me. Nobody was listening to me. Nobody was. Everybody was so quick to social media. I never took it to social media.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Cricket. We gotta wrap it up, obviously, because this is only like an hour show. But I think I appreciate you. I mean, you're giving us what we can no longer have with Rob.
I'm giving you the truth. The truth.
Right.
One thing about when you're the truth, you don't have to compete with a lie when you're the truth. So that's why I understand that.
Right. Yeah.
My page tells it all. Even his last girlfriend, she posted on this, said BR told me to trust you. It's on my page. Go look at it.
Thank you.
I'm not trying to get no followers. I'm just trying to tell the truth because
you did all you could, homie. You did all you could.
You can't put that guilt on yourself, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, but I gotta go back home. I gotta go back home with those memories when I walk through my house.
Yep.
Of him telling me he wants to live. All that. I got to live with that.
I would like to know what Mark Curry's gonna say after this. When you put this up, what y'all gonna do with it? I want to know what his response gonna be.
I hope that the nigga calls before it airs, because now I feel away. Because you got me all right and got me all and now we call on the designated time, and you're sending us to voicemail. So that's where I step in, Kyle.
Yeah, because y'all need to know the truth, and I'm just sad that Mark Curry with his lies, because he has ties with wants to use an artist of Bad Boys, and he cool with these dudes, and I guess he want to make it seem like he's Superman, the situation, the angel, and fuck Kal Dawson, da da da. No, you's a piece of shit because you did a lot of fuckery here. You was never around him.
All right. Well, and he didn't show up tonight to clear his name. So as far as I'm concerned, thank you, Kyle. Appreciate you. I will send you my email so we can get that video. I appreciate y'all and your whole team.
No doubt.
All right.
Thank you. The money all day long.
All day. You already know, Kyle. I just look. I hope Queens ain't get that 20,000, nigga. I just hope that
Queens ain't get that 20,000. That's for sure.
Hey guys, next week, as you know, is Mother's Day, and we are taking a Mother's Day off. So make sure you join us next Monday on May 17th for the Miss Jones Morning Show reunion, episode 15. Yeah. Happy Mother's Day.